Up, Panthers? Welcome back to the Curran and Jake Sports Show. I am your host, the Pro Bowler, Curran Bradley, and this is your co-host, Jake Bush,
Hey, what's good? What's good?
the Temu supplier. Do you shop on Temu?
I asked for it in 8th grade, and I just kind of dropped it because everyone else did.
So you're a drop shipper is what I'm hearing.
Nah, it's also just, fake stuff. I don't really need fake stuff.
Okay. Well, let's get to these topics today. We have college football playoff recap. We're not really going to be talking about the playoffs because nothing much happened from last week. We're going to be talking about the transfer portal more. Go ahead and update that real quick. All right, we got the NFL playoffs. We got college basketball. We got the NBA. We got other sports if we got time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it. Jake, you want to start us off with a little bit of transfer portal news?
All right, so if you've watched the show before, you know our feelings about the transfer portal. We both are pretty, I want to say haters of it, honestly. It's honestly caused, I think, a lot of issues in college football. And so some of our big ones, we have Houston Longstreet, the USC freshman 5-star recruit. He is now committed to LSU, which, speaking of LSU, they've had a huge QB battle right now with all of them.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We have Darion Mensah from Duke. He's entered the portal. We have Bryson Beaver. He was like a freshman signee for 2026, and then he entered. So some noticeable running backs. We have Michigan's running back, Justice Haynes.
Justice Haynes going to Georgia Tech.
We have Richard Young from Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
He's entered. Seth Davis from Mississippi State. Some wide receivers that are noticeable. We got, I've never been good at pronouncing this guy's name. It's like Tyseer Denmark. He's leaving Penn State. We have Oklahoma State's wide receiver leaving. We have Isaiah Horton leaving Bama, which was pretty big.
Yeah. We also had was it Jalen Hale? He committed to SMU. But the big thing I want to talk about, the biggest transfer portal news: Minnie Mahomes, Dylan Raiola leaves Nebraska, goes to Oregon.
Yeah.
And we're all like, oh, there's the new starter for Oregon. 2 days later, Dante Moore goes on ESPN and announces he's going back to Oregon because he does not want to get drafted by the Jets. So now Dylan Raiola is in a situation Dante Moore was in just 2 years ago. He's going to be sitting behind for a year, and then he's going to be the starter in probably his last year of eligibility.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about Auburn because I'm an Auburn fan, but we've had it honestly pretty rough with the transfer portal. We've had like 29 people enter. Jackson Arnold, which I don't really care about him. He's going to UNLV. We have Cam Coleman, who's committed to Texas now.
Should have went to Bama.
We have Deuce Knight, who went to Ole Miss, which I hope for the best for some of these. We also had Malcolm Simmons. I think he's going to Bama. I hope the best for these guys. Heck, even Hugh Freeze got a job, which shocks me.
Where'd he go?
Oh, it's a really small school. I don't even remember the name. I just remember seeing like the initials of it and saying like he's so blessed. And I'm like, he's probably going to do better there than he is in the SEC, but
probably.
Yeah, but this transfer portal, I honestly think it's it can do good, but so far it's just shown to be so bad right now.
Yeah, especially with NIL.
Yeah.
We see, I think a third of all college football players have entered the portal this year.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
And
that's absurd, man.
But at least there is some loyalty. We have John Mateer, who's staying with Oklahoma. We have Arch Manning staying with Texas. And I know those are big because they're quarterbacks and stuff, but that at least shows there is some loyalty in college football with all this.
Oh, yeah. And then you take Ty Simpson, for instance. He was getting offered $6.5 million by, I think, Tennessee to go be their starter next year. And look at him. He's still going into the draft because he's that loyal to Bama.
Yeah. But also, I don't know how he would have done at Tennessee, though.
I think he would have done all right. I mean, Tennessee's not as good as a program as Alabama as we saw this past year.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would have done maybe okay in Tennessee, maybe some similar to this year. But I like seeing him stay loyal, go into the draft.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's move on to some NFL. You know, we had the first round of the wild card, kind of from our last episode, and so the best game, honestly, that we agreed on was the Rams defeating the Panthers, 34-31. This
Yeah.
was definitely probably the best game
Mm-hmm.
that happened. You know, the Rams had 411 total yards compared to the Panthers 333 yards.
Yeah.
Also, the Rams had a really good passing game this game. It was really good.
Yeah. I mean, the Rams, clutch win.
Mm-hmm.
I had them winning, in my opinion. I didn't think the Panthers were gonna show up that good because it's been forever since they've been in the playoffs. But congratulations to them.
Well, hey, Matthew Stafford's last minute touchdown pass was honestly what secured that game. But you know
Yeah.
what's funnier, in my opinion? Third down efficiency, the Panthers were better than Carolina. They went 5 for 12 while I think I might have messed it up. But, they went 5 and 12, the Panthers, and the Rams only went 3 and 13. All right, moving on to Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The Packers unfortunately lost 27-31. I'm not really a Packers fan, but you know they did pretty good this season. I feel like they had their ups and downs though.
The Packers, yeah, I think they had a rough start to the season,
Yeah.
but they kind of flew under the radar a little bit. I had Jordan Love on my fantasy team,
Really,
but I didn't know how good he was doing because he was sitting behind Drake May.
I will say the Bears did have 2 turnovers, which was definitely made this game a lot closer than it needed to be.
Yeah, it did. But one thing I do want to talk about NFL-wise, as a Giants fan myself, we're going to talk about the head coaching situations in the NFL. We had, I think 8 teams lose their head coach. Notable fires were Raheem Morris from Atlanta, Kevin Stefanski from the Browns, John Harbaugh from the Ravens. Mike Tomlin stepped down from the Steelers. It's been a wild ride. But as a New York Giants fan, we got good luck a couple days ago. John Harbaugh is the official new coach of the New York Giants. And I'm going to say they're going to be the New York Giants in 2026 are going to be what the Patriots were in 2025.
Honestly, he was probably the best choice for y'all, and
He was the best choice out of any coach.
And all I'm going to say is I have some high expectations now for New York Giants this 2026 season.
If the whole team stays healthy next season, I see a deep playoff run.
Yeah, I mean,
You have when healthy, top 4, top 3 receiver in the game as what we've seen so far. Jackson Dart looking like an elite rookie QB from so far.
Cam Scatterbu's just doing his thing.
Cam Scatterbu's eating crayons somewhere right now.
He will get in the game on a wheelchair and still try to run through people.
Our offensive line will finally be healthy. Our defense, John Harbaugh is a defensive-minded coach. As we know, he coached those insane Ravens defenses. The Giants have great pieces on defense that Brian Dable just couldn't work around because he was a quarterback whisperer and not a defensive coach.
Yeah. All right. We also have the Buffalo Bills beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-24. Josh Allen's had a really good game in this one game.
The Bills' O-line had the best game out of this. The Bills' O-line, that tush-push towards the end of the game where Josh Allen was tush-pushed 10 yards and then was down at the 1-yard line, that is ridiculous.
But, I mean, he did have 1 passing touchdown and 2 rushing ones, so that's good for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He was 28 for 35 on passes, had 33 rushing yards, so that's pretty good for Josh Allen.
The one thing I do hate about this is that Trevor Lawrence was looking like one of the best quarterbacks, but he was just under the radar all season. And for him to go out like this with 2 picks, it's not that good. But he also had 3 touchdowns and 207 yards, so not that bad. But the one thing where the whole NFL community is going to miss is Cam Little's 70-yard field goals. We're not going to see any in the Super Bowl or championship games. I want the Jags to make the AFC Championship next year for Cam Little to hit a 70-yard game-winning field goal.
Yeah, those are just so fun to watch because you're just thinking, there's no way he makes it, and he
just does.
Somehow does. Like that, the guy has a cannon for a leg.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is actually pretty insane. I know I couldn't kick to save my life.
Oh yeah.
All right, then we have the 49ers beating the Eagles 23-19. This game I didn't honestly watch a lot of. You know, the 49ers, like, I know they outpassed the Eagles 286 to 167 yards, which, and honestly, the 49ers did have 2 turnovers from what I heard.
Yeah, Brock Purdy did have 2 picks in this game. But shout out to the 49ers. They are super injured. They don't have Nick Bosa. They don't have George Kittle. They're out for the season. Ricky Pearsall, I think, is also out for the season. They have a ton of players injured right now, especially on that defensive side of the ball. And to hold this Eagles offense, who has been really inconsistent this year, but they turn up in the playoffs every year. Good job by this defense with all their injuries. That's impressive.
Yeah. Then we had the Patriots beat the Chargers 16-3. Hey, good job on the Patriots defense. You got to give them credit where credit is due.
People were saying, "Oh, yeah, they play nobody. Get them out of here." They went 15-3. Holding the Chargers to 3 points. I know the Chargers have the worst O-line, but 3 points?
That's really
3
bad.
points, come on. It's Justin Herbert we're talking about.
Then probably the biggest scoring game, or the biggest difference in scores, Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers, 30-6. Good night,
Yeah.
Houston killed them.
This Texans defense is the best defense in the league at this point. There's no other better defense. Will Anderson Jr. leading that defense. He has been insane all season. But C.J. Stroud also had a really good game. 250 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Christian Kirk. Shout out Stephen A. Smith for messing up that bad live on air. 8 receptions. We saw Christian Kirk go for 8 receptions, 144 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Wow.
As Stephen A. would have said.
Yeah, you know he got himself real fast, too.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, hey, shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Maybe we can get him on here one day.
We should get Stephen A. Smith on here. That would be great.
All right, let's move on to some NBA. Curran, you want to start us off?
NBA, I would love to. All right, looking at it last night, I didn't really get a chance to watch NBA games last night, but the Warriors played the Knicks, and I will say they were down 33-19 halfway through the first quarter and came back and won by, I think, 30? No, they won. No, not 30. They won by 13. Sorry, I got those. I thought the Knicks scored way less, but yeah, the Warriors were down 33-19 with like 5 minutes left in the first, I think, and it was 35-30. Knicks were up at the end of the first, so shout out Golden State's defense for that little bit. They pull out the dub. But if we look at other games from just last night, right now,
we got Hornets and the Lakers.
Hornets. LaMelo Ball had 8 threes in the second half. Ridiculous. I mean, LaMelo Ball is the Trevor Lawrence of the NBA.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, a really good player on a team you wouldn't expect to be good. I'm not going to lie, the Hornets are not as good as what the Jags were this year. But LaMelo Ball is still balling out under the radar.
I will say, and this kind of recapping from last week, I was surprised that Trae Young traded to the Wizards. That shocked me.
No, this was expected for a while. Trae Young and the Hawks organization have just not gotten along because the Hawks organization has tried to build around Trae Young, and all the other players are starting to look better than Trae Young.
That is fair.
So Trae Young asked to go to Washington. He asked to go to Washington, the worst team in the NBA.
He's going to look like a superstar.
He asked to go there, and he got traded.
Yeah.
Honestly, good move for Trae Young. He needed to get out of Atlanta. They were not doing anything for him. The Hawks, they get C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert out of the deal. That's just trade pieces they're going to use. So
I will say some coaching milestone. We had a coach milestone with Rick Carlisle's 1,000th win on January 9th. That's a great achievement to get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how many games he's lost, but to say you got 1,000 wins, like, that has to be, like, that's a bragging point right there, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's maybe like 15, 16 seasons, I think.
Probably.
Like, because, he's the Pacers head coach, right? Yeah.
I will say.
Let's be honest, the Pacers were not good.
No.
For a while.
They had some dark years, dude.
for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Ever since Paul George left them. Until they got Halliburton, bro. It was some dark times.
There was some Magic in Berlin last night as the Orlando Magic defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 118 to 111 in a special game in Berlin, Germany.
Hey, you know what? I wish we had a clip of this, but Anthony Black for the Orlando Magic dunked on the entire Grizzlies team. It was insane. He was going in, and all 5 players came around him, and he still dunked it. That's probably dunk of the year. I'm not gonna lie. It's such a good dunk.
Also, the Houston Rockets felt the surge of the Thunder as they beat them 111 to 91.
Ew.
That is, the Houston Rockets. Have they even looked really that good this season?
They have Kevin Durant, Alperen Sengun, Reed Shepherd, Amen Thompson, Fred VanVleet, who I think is injured right now. That team they were supposed to be a top 3 in the West, and I don't know what's going on with them. They might still be, no, they're number 6 right now. But if we do look at the full standings, Thunder are still number 1 in the West, 35-7. Spurs at 2, 28-13. And the Nuggets of all teams, with Nikola Jokic, he's just balling out. They're 28-13 as well. But if we go over to the East, Pistons still at 1, 29-10. Shout out Cade and them. The Celtics, without Jason Tatum, by the way, are number 2 in the East at 25-15. The Knicks dropped down to number 3 after losing to the Warriors. They are now 25-16.
Yeah. Moving on to some college basketball, now this happened on January 10th and honestly shocked me. Wisconsin beat number 2 Michigan 91 to 88.
I was actually watching this game live while at work. So, I mean, I was watching it, but I wasn't, like, paying attention fully. Wisconsin kept it close the entire game. And then I think I went away towards the end of the second half. I came back, and they were up a lot. I was like, what is Michigan doing? Like, this Wisconsin team didn't look that good going into this game.
No, they didn't. I mean, this is Wisconsin. Michigan has been so dominant during this entire season so far.
Yeah.
Like, they will put up some massive points. Their defense is elite in NCAA.
Yeah.
Also, another big upset we had was unranked Kansas beating number 2 Iowa State 84 to 63.
Iowa State was a 2 seed in the first place. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Kansas. Yeah. Who's the dude for Kansas that's top 3 in the draft? I think. Darren Peterson. Supposedly a top 3 draft pick, has not looked that good so far for Kansas this year. Yeah, I mean, it's been rough for him. 27 minutes and 16 points. They had the rebounds and points swapped on here, my fault. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. I mean, solid game from him. But he has not been looking that good for a top 3 NBA pick this college season. But one thing I do want to talk about, another big blowout. Everybody thought this game was going to be insane. We had South Carolina at Arkansas. Arkansas won 108 to 74.
Wow.
Who knows what Eli Ellis was doing this game, because he had 30 minutes with 4 points. 4 points in 30 minutes. This is Eli Ellis we're talking about. What is happening?
You know what an even crazier game is, in my opinion?
What?
Stanford beating number 14 North Carolina. I don't know how that happened. Like, don't get me wrong. Stanford is a good team, like, so far, but they haven't really played anybody, in my opinion, that good. So to beat North Carolina, a team that has been really consistent on offense and defense, that shocks me. Like,
and one last thing I want to talk about, the fact that just Kentucky is unranked and has looked horrible this season.
They have not looked good.
They got smoked out by, I think they're 1-2 in conference. Their one win is a buzzer beater against LSU that happened a couple of days ago, and their worst conference loss is a blowout against Bama.
it's honestly, and I got to say it about Auburn. You know, we had been good these past few years, and right now we're just
No.
in a bad spot. We lost to Missouri.
Yeah, y'all let Michigan put 100 on y'all.
Yeah, it's right now looking a little hard. Like Pettiford hasn't been playing like we hoped. It's hard. I'm hoping something changes, but this college basketball season has been interesting.
Yeah, it really has. You look at Alabama, going to the Elite Eight last year,
Yeah.
and they have looked really good. LeBaron Philon Jr. has looked like one of the best college basketball players this season alone.
Yeah.
But they are ranked 18. They are 12-5 because they have been through an absolute gauntlet this year. They have played, I think, 8 teams that have been ranked in the top 15 so far.
I
this
feel
year.
like a lot of SEC teams have gone through a lot of hard games. You know.
Yeah, I mean, let me go back to the start.
Like
of
even
the season.
now, I know Auburn has lost, but they've played some pretty hard teams. Like I remember during the Thanksgiving tournament, we were playing Oregon, Michigan.
Yeah.
We played a ranked Georgia team that came down to overtime. What about Bama? Bama's also played a lot of
Bama
hard
has
teams.
played. Bama beat St. John's. St. John's is unranked right now, but they were number 5 when we played them. I think they lost. Their first loss of the season was to Purdue. Purdue's ranked number 5 now.
Mm-hmm. And I
they're-
think that was during that Thanksgiving tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. They also have a 10-point loss to Gonzaga. They're number 9 right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what other ranked teams. They beat Clemson. Clemson's ranked number 22 right now.
Mm-hmm.
They lost. Their worst loss of the year is to number 1 Arizona right now.
Now, yeah, Arizona.
And Arizona's been on a tear this season.
Oh,
so
they
you
are
can't
the most dominant team right now in men's college basketball.
Yeah, and then we lost to number 10 Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's making a run in basketball. I didn't see that coming this year at all.
And then we have number 24 Tennessee. We have number 19 Florida. Auburn's going to be a tough game. They're unranked right now. South Carolina's going to be a tough game.
Mm-hmm.
LSU's going to be a tough game. Arkansas is going to be a really tough game.
Arkansas
has
has
looked good this
Yeah,
season.
they have looked really consistent.
Georgia's also ranked too.
Georgia, honestly, that game will be very interesting because I'm interested to see if they will still be winning how they have been.
Yeah.
That late into the season.
All right, Jake, is that all we have to talk about today?
That's all we got, man.
All right. This is the Curran and Jake Sports Show, and we'll catch y'all next time.
See y'all.